When it comes to sports in Lorain, your station to watch is TV 20, Lorain City Schools Television.
Okay. Set to go here. Girls soccer is the sport. It's the ladies from Cornerstone Christian out of Willoughby, Ohio in white, and the Lady Titans in navy blue with white numbers. We're underway. Lorain is going from south to north here at George Daniel. Throw in to Lorain. Kylie Penna will toss it in. We'll get the numbers as we go here. 5 is Danielle Boyer. Over to Cornerstone. Madison Barnett steps up, number 12, and then run down by 17. Madison Blakely, but out of play. It'll go to Cornerstone. 14, Grace Arendt. Number 3 is Sue Lepage. And number 2, Emily Rivera, looked to be the back line as the ball is headed forward. Here's the first chance of the ball game, and it's a goal for number 3, Alex Rawson. Cornerstone 1 and Lorain nothing. So we'll kick it off once again. We play 2 40-minute halves with a break in between. So Lepage will start with it for Lorain. And the officials mark the ball ready for play. Back to Blakely. She gets around one Cornerstone player, runs it down on the sideline. Turned there by number 7, Hope Martin for Cornerstone. And they've got it back. 18 is Riley Stopp. And Titans back after it. Number 19 for Lorain, Ashley Heisel. 9 is Nia Smith. And knocked down there by 12 Barnett, but Cornerstone with it again. Amani Thomas out of the cage a good distance to cut down the angle. Did a nice job there. Now recovers. In the middle for Cornerstone, 13. Knocked down at the defense, but held at the end. Boyer knocks it down in the middle, controlled by Cornerstone. Back comes Blakely. 17, Hermela Bennett loses it off Blakely and out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Cornerstone. Taking that for them, number 20, Aislinn Hurst. Throw in toward the middle. Intended for stop, knocked away. Hurst got it back. Back out front for Bennett. Boyer competes over to Sue Lepage. Cleared it a little bit, but not out, and then sent right back in. This is Hurst in the corner, one-on-one. Knocked away there, and it'll go to number 7, Hope Martin. Sends it into the middle over everyone, and sent wide. It'll be a goal kick for the Titans. Once again, Amani Thomas came out of her cage to make that play. She's a little bit inexperienced in the goal, or I think she'd have grabbed it there rather than trying to play it with the body, which resulted in it going out of play. But the result is the same. It's a goal kick for the Titans. Down the middle, knocked down right away by number 3, Rawson, the goal scorer, and then fought for there. Shania Palmer for Lorain goes and gets it, but out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Lila Malkamaki, number 8 for Cornerstone. Tosses it in and finds Stop. Thomas picks that up. She runs out and punts it away. Good punt. Out to about the 35-yard line on the football field. Down the far sideline and out of play. Looks like it'll result in a Cornerstone throw-in for Malkamaki. into number 14, Hirschberger. Sent back. Lapoche lost it out of play to Lorain. A little bit of spin on that one. And the Titans will have it. They trail 1-0 early on here. Knocked down. And then Rivera fights for it. Kept in play by Cornerstone. Sent down. It's going to roll over the end line for a goal kick for the Titans and Amani Thomas, excuse me. Now that kick will be taken by Madison Barnett. Right down the middle, cleared the first line of Cornerstone Christian. Grace Arndt tried to knock it down, had it go out of play. It'll be a throw-in. Hope Martin, number 7, to throw it in. Blakely contests it, out of play again. Now it'll come out a little bit farther, and Aislinn Hurst tosses it, intended for stop. Down the sideline, this is Bennett. Thomas comes out, makes the initial save, second one off the cage, and comes back to make the second save on stop, who thought she had an open net. Nice job by the keeper, Amani Thomas. Turned right back around by Cornerstone, however. And there's a whistle. And I think they were offsides on that one. So it'll be a free kick for Lorain on the violation. 1-0 Cornerstone. Not sure what's happening here. Okay, we had no substitutions, so just wanted her out wider. Down the middle of the field, Hurst knocks it down, taken away by Blakely. Up to Arndt. Cornerstone controls. Now Arndt competes. 18 is stopped, taken away from her, and the Titans send it down. Sue Lapoche taken by the Cornerstone defense and keeps it in. And it'll be White on the throw-in as it came off of Lapoche last. Blakely knocks it down. 50-50 ball popped up in the air. And Stop has it, 18. One of the captains for Cornerstone. Long ball there. They've got a runner. They're going to have a 1-0 here with the keeper. And Amani Thomas, nicely done, comes outside and just takes it away from Rawson, who scored the first goal. Good athletic ability and spatial awareness there by Amani Thomas. Sent into the crease and threw it out of play for a goal kick. Madison Barnett does the honors for Lorain. Also back there, and Ashley Heisel, number 19. Sent out, knocked down there by Cornerstone, and they come back with it. Rawson into the middle. Nice header. Hurst knocked away by Thomas. Rawson thought she had another one, and Amani Thomas gets the save. Really nicely done. Barnett sends it, but not out. Blakely with it now. Had to wait for it. Pressure. Sends it down the middle where it's knocked down by Hirschberger. And Cornerstone comes back to grab it with Martin. Stop. Knocks it out of play. It'll be a Lorain throw-in when they get the ball, which is out near the parking lot. Madison Barnett for the throw-in. Sent it up the sideline off the head of a Cornerstone player, and they picked up 10 yards. Down the sideline intended for Arendt. She cleared it around 1. Lepage competes for it. She's got Rivera there with her. Lost it too hard, and Bennett comes back for Cornerstone. Stop 18 with the ball in the middle. And then sent in. And Malcolm Maki goes and gets it back out to Elfers, number 19. Fought for on the sideline. Out of play off of Shania Palmer. It'll be a throw-in for Cornerstone. They lead 1-0. Toss in to stop, back outside to, and then over the end line for a goal kick. After the first shot of the game went in the nets, the Lorain High defense has been stout, but they have been unable to turn the field over, and the Cornerstone keeper might as well be reading a book as she's had so little action. Now that's sent ahead for Arendt, might have been and out of bounds by Cornerstone. 16, Abby Sussex just knocked it away. It'll be a Lorain throw-in. Blakely will toss it in. Tried to get it ahead to Arendt. Lost the handle, but it went back out of bounds off of Hope Martin. This is about as deep as the Titans have been with the ball. Tossed in, Martin kicks it out of there. Boyer out there along with Lepage. Number 10 is Penna, excuse me. She's trying to trap it and turn it, but it's controlled by Cornerstone, and down the sideline they come. It's onside if they can get to it, but Amani Thomas is going to come out. And I think we might have got away with one there, gentlemen. Okay, no, it's a free kick. She can't come out of that box and handle it with her hands. And I didn't know if they'd seen the line, so it'll be a free kick for Cornerstone at the spot of the violation. Now, the official's coming in to remind her of the fact. Good officiating there. This is a stopped by the defense, sent back, but kept in, and then blasted toward the net, picked up by Amani Thomas. So once again, the Titan defense holds stout. Punted away. Going to be knocked down, trapped right there by Stop. Sent in. Thomas picks it up again. Punted away. Stop with it. Knocked down there by Rivera. Boyer tried to make a play. Penna goes down trying to make a play, and it's still Cornerstone's ball. Knocked away now. Sent out of there by a Titan. Emily Rivera with it at center. Still battling for it. Stop, sends it wide. It's going to go out of play to the Titans. Lorain trails 1-0. About halfway through the first period. Blakely traps it, tries to get it reversed. Fights with Barnett from Cornerstone. No, knocked off of one of the Titan defenders. And it's 50-50 there. Palmer out there. Knocked down there by Barnett. And Lorain tries to come back with Penna. But Cornerstone has it. And out in space. Sent out into the middle now. That's offsides. and they knew it. I think the attacker, number 20, Aislinn Hurst, knew what was going to happen before it happened, and she just got caught offside. She stopped, but it didn't get her back. You can't be the deepest person on offense when the ball goes past, and that's what it was. Sent down, that's going to be a goal. And it's 2-0 Cornerstone. Now that was a good adjustment by the shooter, number 20, Aislinn Hurst, because Thomas had been coming out and cutting down the angles and challenging the shooters. And as you come out, you give them less and less of the cage to have a look at. She didn't get out of the cage that time, so Hurst used the whole thing and shot it quickly. Blakely now sends it back to the back line of Cornerstone. Back out into the middle to Stop, who gets it ahead. Boyer. Stop with it again. Cornerstone again sending players in. Onside. Hurst again. There's a shot that's going to go wide. Going to be a corner kick as it's off of Amani Thomas's glove that time. 18, Stop will take the kick for Cornerstone. Cornerstone located in Willoughby Hills, Ohio, on Somme Center Road, for those of you that know the area. Somme, south of Mayfield Road. Sent in for a shot, knocked away. Errant back for it. Sent back to the defense by Cornerstone, and here they come again. Stop. Going to go wide, trying to take Thomas around. Into the middle, knocked down there. Smith with the play. Sent out wide. Rawson, that's a field goal. And it'll be a goal kick for the Titans. Put into play by Barnett. Knocked down by Stop. And Stop with it again. She seems to be the one that they want to play through. 18. Contact there. Sent goalward. Thomas catches that shot, and she'll get it out of there with the punt. That one's off the side of the foot. Boyer tries to trap it, but it's going to go out of bounds to Cornerstone. Riley Stop will throw it. Oh, is it a free kick? Excuse me, and that's 16. Sussex going to put it in play toward the goal. It's going to go wide, run down there, and stopped at the shot off of Hurst was the shooter. And again, Thomas came out to cut down the angle, but it'll result in a corner kick. Riley Stop calls out play number 1. And she'll left-foot it out of there into the middle, looking for a backside runner. Still free in the cage. Thomas covers. Nice job there by Amani Thomas. She gets it away. Boyer. Taken by Blakely. She sends it around a couple. Challenge there, but gets it ahead. Turn back Boyer. Sent back quickly, and there's Stop again. As we said, the one they like to play through. And there's the runner on the edge is Hurst. Hurst challenged there by Smith, sends it back to Stop. Stop into the opening. kicked out of there, but not. And then over the cage, that's off the crossbar of the goal post, so it'll be out of play on a goal kick for Lorain. Substitute for Lorain, number 11, Khmer Halil, comes in replacing Kylie Penna. Kept in there. Smith turns. There's stop. Halil gets a instep on it and for the moment, but taken back by Rawson. Sent down to the keeper. Thomas again. Now she doesn't have to punt it. She can roll it out of there to somebody if she wants. Boyer. Sent out wide for Hurst. Hurst goalward. Nice save there by Thomas. Oh, my goodness. It'll be a corner kick, but Thomas saved a sure goal there. Now, the last time they tried to go to the back post, looks to be the same number of fingers being held up, so let's see if they try it again for that backside runner. She sent it lower this time. Boyer got a foot on it first, sent right back to stop. Hirschberger was in there with her, but it goes out of play to Lorain. Madison Barnett will come over and retrieve it off the track. 2-0 Cornerstone leads here in the first half. Sent down toward here. Then Hurst sends it into the middle, high into the middle, knocked down there by Heisel and back out. Rivera had it for a minute. That's going to go over the end line for a goal kick, which gives me a chance as they get it lined up to say that the sports medicine team at Cleveland Clinic Sports Health offers expert diagnosis and treatment for athletes of all abilities and ages. Call 877-440-TEAM or visit sportshealth.org, sports-health.org to learn more. Cleveland Clinic Sports Health, proud medical provider for Lorain Schools Athletics. Hurst with it in the corner, closely guarded by Barnett. Still in play, one-on-one. Nice battle there. Hurst got it in toward the middle to stop, then blocked right there at the defense, still free. Stop with it, passes off. Turned, but not. Titans are doing a nice job of closing the gap there, closing down on the crease, but they can't get the ball out. And then nice play by Thomas, keeping it in for a goal kick rather than a corner. Punt it away. It's going to come down to Bennett from Cornerstone. Volleyed around there, sent back in by Hirschberger. Stopped for the moment at the defense. Sliding save by Amani Thomas. Took a goal off of Rawson's foot that time. But stop is right there to turn it back for Cornerstone. Kicked out of play by Palmer. It'll be a throw-in for Cornerstone. Knocked down and sent back out. But there's Hirschberger. She battles for it. Boyer had it, sent it out, but 16 Sussex right there. Boyer competing with Hope Martin now. And in comes Hurst. Down the sideline around one, sends it wide off the... That's a heck of a shot. Number 20, Aislinn Hurst with her second goal of the half. And that was a beauty from about 25 yards. It was hooking, and you could see I was sitting right behind her in the press box looking at it. It hooked, and it hooked, and it hooked, and it hit the inside of the post in the back of the net rather than the outside of the post and going wide. Nice accuracy there for Aislinn Hurst, and she's got 2 today. 3-0 Cornerstone. Arendt sends it in. Rivera, Arendt, and then taken away by Cornerstone, and there is Riley Stopp. Knocked away by Heisel. Lapoche tries to control it, but it goes out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Cornerstone. Knocked down, and they still control in the back line. Sussex. Soccer's not a sport like basketball where you think that size is that important. Nice sliding save there by Thomas in front of Hurst, who's got the last 2 goals. Punts it away. There's Stopp right there in the middle, and back it comes, and Hurst is all alone over here, but it was offsides. And it was offsides in the middle. I think it was number 3. Rawson that was offsides. Barnett will put it in play. Here's the whistle. Lorain with a substitute waiting to enter. Knocked out of play. Throw in for Cornerstone. Send it into the middle and then chip back out. Smith battles. Hurst gets around her, sends it into the middle. Stop. Sent it wide. I think she was a little bit surprised. And mass substitutions here from Cornerstone, along with number 4, Faye Olatoya, for Lorain, replacing Madison Barnett. We'll try to get these Cornerstone subs on the way here. Number 10, Rory Tedrick, is 1. 9, Andrea Ully. 21, Emily Jurkovic. Looked like about the whole front line came out, but big number 18, Riley Stopp, is still in the middle, and she's controlled the whole game today. Blakely sends it down wide, past everybody, and out of play. It'll be a Lorain throw-in. Kamar Halil will toss it in. Tried to get it ahead to a teammate, knocked down by Cornerstone. Blakely challenges the 50-50 boy, then Halil. Boyer turns it. Danielle Boyer knocked down by Cornerstone. Sent ahead. Nice job there by Heisel. And then she sends it on its way. Beat the defense. Halil with a high leg to stop it, knock it down, try to get it over to Lapoche. Sue Lapoche. And then sent back toward number 23, Teresa Santilli. And there is Stopp yet again. Boyer. Back for Sussex. 14, Hirschberger sends it in. And that one Thomas will pick up on the roll. Punted away toward Danielle Boyer. Blakely, and then kicked out of there by Smith. Lapoche with it. Rivera tried to use a little foot skills there. Chipped it ahead. Knocked down by Cornerstone. Elfers number 19. Elfers, excuse me. Blakely. Boyer. Emily Rivera for Lorain. And then knocked down at the defense by Abby Sussex, the captain. Back over here for Boyer, 5. Makes back to Sussex, and it goes over the defense. And it's going to get to Thomas as long as nobody touches it. Yep. It was sent in by Cornerstone so she could pick it up. If it had been Lorain sending it back, she'd have had to play it with the foot. Boyer had a header, but then controlled by Cornerstone. Whistle. I think we had a handball. Substitutes waiting for Lorain. Blakely sends it down the middle. Knocked down there and then controlled by Cornerstone. Here is Stop, sent out of there by Smith. Boyer's got it back. Down the middle, nobody home but Cornerstone. Rivera, nice job there, winning the 50-50 behind the defense, but now she's got to play it with her foot because her teammate sent it back to her. Boyer tries to control once. Tedrick sends it down the sideline for Santilli. She brings it in. Smith gets it out of there to Blakely. Down the middle, Heisel chips it out of there, but it comes right back. 21 Jurkovic is there. Whistle. I think we had a handball there, too. No doubt who's going to take this one. This will be Riley's stop. No, it won't be. It'll be 14, Grace Hirschberger. The wall set up for Lorain, but she'll clear that with ease. And Thomas catches it, and we'll go from there. It's 3-0 Cornerstone Christian, but Amani Thomas has been the best player on the field, if that makes any sense. And back they come. Stop down the sideline. Pressure there by Olatoye, out of play. At last, we still got those substitutes over there. Now we're going to get them in. 21, Ani Lawrence. 10, Kylie Penna. 12, Madison Barnett for Lorain. Lapache comes out. Olatoye comes out. And Halil comes out. Blakely sends it down toward Boyer, but it's going to be Martin into the middle to Stop. Rivera takes it away from behind, but back it comes from Martin, and that'll go all the way into Amani Thomas. Knocked down, and then Danielle Boyer tried to get it out. Stopped by Cornerstone. Boyer again on the sideline, sent out. It'll be a Lorain throw in. Grace Arendt, but it's into the middle where Jurkovic controls it. Stopped there by 15 Palmer. Tried to send it wide. Whistle, offsides 23 is the whistle there. Teresa Santilli is in too soon. So it'll be a free kick for the Lady Titans from about the 15-yard line. Got to be late in the first half now. Time being kept on the field. Sent ahead. Knocked down. Martin shot an air ball there. Boyer chipped it ahead, and then into Arendt. And the keeper's going to come out and play that with her foot. And there's nothing but Cornerstone white and neon green there to send it back wide. And again, I think we were offsides. So it'll be a Titan throw in at about the, or free kick at about the 35. That ball is going to be at Johnny Wilson the way it's rolling. So they'll use the extra. That ball is sat all alone down here on the north end as Titans haven't had a real look at the cage of Cornerstone. Okay, they're going to set it down for the free kick. Barnett sends it into the middle. Arendt. Lawrence. Blakely. Penna. And chipped ahead. There's a whistle. It'll be over to an inadvertent handball. Will put it over to Cornerstone. They lead 3-0. Sent in, down, knocked down there by Penna. Taken away by Cornerstone. Down the sideline, Thomas falls on another. Punts it, but short, going to be taken by Cornerstone in the air. Knocked down there, sent into the middle. Heisel had it off the foot twice, over Barnett's head and out wide to Santilli. Turned in. Santilli in the box, tried to slide a pass through to a runner, but Thomas was there. She's getting tired. Her punts are getting shorter. And whistle. Now Rory Tedrick, the official, said 10, I want to talk to you. And I think there was a push there, not enough to push well, push in the air. It'll go over to Lorain, Madison Barnett. Again, good officiating, preventive officiating. I like that. Past Lawrence, this is Rivera and Arendt. It's 2-on-2 if they hurry. Emily's going to take it wide and try to send it in out of over the goal line and over for, I think this is the first goal kick that Cornerstone has had late in the first half. And it will be taken by Grace Hirschberger, number 14. She sends it ahead, past the first two lines and out to midfield. Taken there by Elfers, and she comes all the way down the sideline with it. So from the goal to the other end of the field, one player touched it before Lorain stopped it, but it's volleyed back and forth now. Still fought for there. Penna for Lorain, and then sent ahead. And we've got a runner here. She's onside this time, Santilli, but can't get it over Amani Thomas. Another save for Amani. Heisel tries to trap it, knocked down, sent back by Lorain, header the wrong way, and Titans, Penna sends it over everybody to Grace Arendt. Kicked wide and out of play. It'll be a Lorain throw-in. Riley Stopp had it there in the middle. That's one thing Lorain had done, was a good job of avoiding her. Ani Lawrence going to come out in favor of Sue Lapoche for Lorain. Titans throw-in. Kylie Penna will take it. Ahead, knocked down at the sideline. Fought for and Cornerstone, and then Heisel gets involved along with Palmer. Whoa! I think she went down rather hard. The turf is wet, and then you also have at the edge of the turf, all the way around the field, you've got the metal gutter, and I think her cleats hit the metal and she slid. Good to see that she's okay, Clara Elfers. Throw in, knocked out again, and Penna will do it again for Lorain. Tossed in, past Lepage. Over everybody, Bennett has it. That was well done by Amani Thomas. Recognizing that Cornerstone sent it in, she played it. High bouncer. Santilli, but nice job there by Barnett. Out of play to Lorain. See the official checking his watch. Got to be late in the first half. Again, the time being kept on the field. Madison Barnett, number 12. She's wearing the speaking captain's armband today. Arndt had it for a moment. Santilli, and then back into the middle. Nice job right there by him, Monty Thomas, and then they chip one over her and in the back of the cage. I think that's Clara Elfers, number 19, with the goal, the fourth for Cornerstone here in the first half. 4-0. There was just nothing Imani could do there. She was too far out after making the first save to be able to have any chance at the high one. Rivera off of somebody's head. Again, Emily Rivera with the 50-50. Ball goes out in favor of the Titans. Official at the far side of the field is the one keeping the time, and he's... Yes, he is. Throw in. Whistle. And that'll do it for the first half. So we've played 40 minutes here at George Daniel. Cornerstone Christian 4, Lorain nothing. Back with second half action after this timeout.
The Warriors to Work program makes it possible for wounded warriors and their families to build new lives together.
When my dad left, I was like this big, but now I'm like this big. My dad got a master's degree in human resources.
Thanks to Warriors to Work that my dad has a terrific job.
The Wounded Warrior Project helps him by, giving him another start.
Now that my dad's home, I get a lot more hugs.
I'm really proud of him.
Find out more about Wounded Warrior Project at findwwp.org. Welcome home the brave.
I began in 3rd grade, 8 years old, and I was able to learn the chest compressions and the breaths, and I absolutely believe that anyone out in the public can easily learn. We got a page for an unresponsive 2-month-old, and when I got the first glimpse of the 2-month-old, he was blue. We didn't even get to go inside. I just jumped in the back and we started CPR, continuing CPR, and you were able to see the color start to come back, and then we were able to actually get his heart rate back. It was a pretty moving part in the story that we were able to save a 2-month-old's life. My community is why.
Ohio State is saving lives every day.
This is Ohio State.
We're the economic engine of the state. A major employer.
Over 60,000 students. We're on the forefront of cancer research. An educational core of Ohio.
Impacting tens of thousands daily.
Our alumni organization is nearly 500,000 worldwide.
This is Ohio State.
This is Ohio State.
Ohio State.
This is the Ohio State University.
Back here at George Daniel, second half ready to get underway. Titans will start with the ball. Cornerstone is up 4-0. And quite honestly, it could have been much worse without the outstanding goalkeeping from Imani Thomas. Madison Blakely had it taken away. And back comes Cornerstone. That was Rawson. And number 20 is Hurst. She's got 2 of the 4 goals into the middle to stop. Back out and wide. It'll go over to the Titans. Number 12, Madison Barnett, will throw it in. Also on the back line, number 9, Nia Smith. Number 19, Ashley Heisel. And 15, Shania Palmer. Madison Blakely going back, number 17. Instead, they throw it down the sideline where it's controlled by Cornerstone. Stop, gets it in the middle, chipped out of there. Titans battling, but not out. Stop with it again, sends it back for the moment. It's back in the box. Knocked down at the defense and again sent out. Bouncing. Boyer over to try and play it for Lorain. Chipped ahead, but not out. Sent in by Hirschberger, the captain. And then Malkamaki had it over in the middle to Stop, who shoots and scores. I get the feeling she's more of a setup person than a scorer. She didn't have anything else to do, so she sent it down the middle, and it's 5-0 Cornerstone. Once again, LaPache will put it in play. And then Blakely sends it over everybody down into the south end where the Cornerstone keeper picks it up and gets it out of there. That's Kristen Zuzik. Stop. Everything in the middle of the field she controls. Fought for by the Titans. 13, Amani Thomas is now playing the field. And I'm having trouble seeing who is in the goal. It looks like from process of elimination, it might be Grace Arendt in the goal. It is. Tossed in. And out of play, it'll be another Lorain throw in for Penna, number 10. She's down there with 13, Thomas. Right there, 2, Emily Rivera. And sent out. Turned there by Kamer Halil, but then knocked down at the defense. Past Blakely. Fought for by Barnett, and back comes Cornerstone. And this is Hurst down the sideline, number 20. 2 goals in the first half. Got the corner turn. Now can she stops it from going out of play in a nice move. Gets it to Stop, back to Hurst. Hurst left foots it, knocked down by Heisel. Stop sends it across where it's just touched in by number 13, who's not on the roster. That always happens. In the 4th minute, and it's 6-0 Cornerstone. Now what that means is that we will have no more stoppages of any kind like for goals. The clock continues to run. It's being kept on the field. LaPache will put it in play. There's the whistle. Madison Blakely sends it down the middle, knocked down at the defense by Sussex. And then there's Stop again outside to Bennett. Over Boyer, chipped and saved by Hurst, but not inbounds. Be a Titan throw in. Madison Barnett to throw it in. Trying to get it to LaPache down the sideline. Out of play, and it'll stay with Lorain, it looks like. It was 4-0 at the half. 2 quick ones in the first 4 minutes for Cornerstone. Have made it 6 here in the second half. And away we go. Number 3, Rawson, is ahead of everybody, but tried to send in 13, who was offsides. And we apologize to her. That might be Abby Prementine, who is listed as a keeper on the roster, but she is not in goal. Number 1, Kristen Susick is. Boot is away and sent right back in by Stop. Out of play, it'll go to the Titans. Halil will chase it down on the track and throw it in. We got a boys game here to follow. It'll be a separate event if you're watching on TV 20 or on YouTube. Malkamaki, number 8, had it. Halil up in the air. 13, Thomas. Malkamaki, Stop. Halil. Back to Stop. The ball finds good players, and Stop is a good player. That's Malkamaki. She lost it out of bounds. And once again, Kamar Halil will throw it in. Emily Rivera challenged, but got it out of there. Martin then sends it ahead past Heisel, who runs it down. Tries to turn it, but ends up losing it. Sent back into Hurst. Oh, excuse me, Malkamaki. And then stopped at the end line, but out of play for a goal kick. Grace Arendt will handle the goal kick. She'll put it down and boot it away. And it's where, you know, the Titans have been unable to use the goal kick to relieve pressure. And in alone, knocked down there with a foot, and then sent back. Grace Arendt with a couple of saves there. Punts it away this time. Finds an opening, bounces up to Martin, and then sent out of play by Susick for Cornerstone. It'll be a Titan throw in. Danielle Boyer over there. Emily Rivera off her leg and out of play. So it goes over to Cornerstone. And Martin tosses it into Bennett, and it goes up on the track, out of play, and Blakely will throw it in. It seems like on the throw-ins, we're just throwing it in rather than throwing it to someone. Again, it headed out of play by Cornerstone. Titans are advancing the ball all the way into the bleachers. That one's clear up on the ramp. Blakely once again. Again, into the middle of a group. Knocked down there and taken away by Penna. Turns it for the moment. Taken back by Cornerstone. Thomas had a foot on it, but sent back by Stop. She just controls so much territory. 18 Riley Stop, that is. Back they come. That's a runner down the side. Number 8, Malkamaki, challenged by Thomas, sent into the middle and then sent over the end line. It's going to be a corner kick concept right, execution not so much, as you'd want to send that out of play for a throw-in rather than the corner kick. Riley Stopp will take another one. She's a junior, so she's got another year left, and I got a feeling there's some collegiate soccer in her future. Titans at each goalpost, sent in, past everyone. Outside the box, Hope Martin sends it into a group. They volley for it there. Hurst comes away with it. She, too, a junior. Popped up in the air, but not out. Knocked down by Malkamaki, and then into the middle of the crease where it's chipped out again. And then Blakely smartly plays it wide to Thomas. Thomas, and back comes Riley Stopp, Malkamaki, and then backside where Grace Arndt comes out to make a play, but it's around her in an empty net. And knocked in for the hat trick for Aislinn Hurst. That's inexperience there in the net cost them there as Grace Arndt made a nice initial save, but then decided she wanted to go out and chase the ball to the corner, and she wasn't the closest player. They got beat to the ball, and then the cage was clear. Titans again, Emily Rivera. Tries the foot skills, but taken away, and back comes Cornerstone, 7-0. Kamir Halil get a foot on it, knocked it aside, but Malkamaki comes back into the box, turns it, tries to get the right foot set up, unable to. Stopp, sends it out wide for Bennett. Chased into the corner by Barnett. Back into the middle. Sent side Malkamaki, but into the goal. And it's 8-0. 4 quick ones here in the first 13 minutes of the second half have turned it into an 8-0 game. 15. Shania Palmer comes back into the Titan lineup. Substitute for Cornerstone, Andrea Uli, number 9, comes back in, replacing Malkamaki, the goal scorer. Thomas sends it ahead into the defense, and back they come like a white and green wave. Barnett, LaPoche, can't get through the wall. 10 is Tedrick. This is Harmella Bennett on the run. Good speed into the cage, knocked with the foot, but right back to Cornerstone. And then knocked down and picked up by Grace Arndt. Booted back out. Free at midfield where it's turned and sent back into Bennett. Challenge there. LaPoche had it for the moment down the sideline, lost it out of play, over to Cornerstone. We're in the 15th minute of the second half here. 8-0 Cornerstone. Boyer knocked it down and out. It'll be another Cornerstone. It's going to be a Titan throw in. She quickly got it into LaPoche off her foot, though, and unable to control it. And it's volleyed around over there, out of play to Cornerstone. There's a young man on the sideline with a lot of energy sprinting after those loose balls over there. It's 8-0. Now he goes down on one knee on the sideline. Back and forth and out of play once again. Hope Martin, number 7, will throw it in. Stop has it on the sideline. Of course, she does. Hits Bennett in the backside. Emily Rivera turns it over to Thomas. Back to Rivera. She's challenged at the defense. Gets it ahead to Lepage. Lepage one-on-one had it taken away. Martin with it now for Cornerstone. Boyer. Out of play and to Lorain. Throw in, again taken by Cornerstone. Challenge there, but controlling is Sussex, number 16, down the middle. Smith had it for a moment. Here comes a 3-on-1 if they hurry. This is Rawson, number 3. Heisel gets back into the play. Grace Arendt's got to learn she can play that with her hands. She knocked it down with a foot. She doesn't have to. She's not used to playing in goal, however. Bounces it out of there all the way to the midfield stripe where it's a free ball. Thomas sends it out wide for Penna. Chased down by Cornerstone and out of play to Lorain. Kylie Penna will run all the way to the fence, pick it up, and then bring it back and throw it in. 8-0 Cornerstone, 4 in each half. Penna looks for Lepage, back out of play. Take 2. Decides to toss it toward Rivera. It's volleyed about. Whistle. Knocked down with a high kick, I'm thinking is the call. Maybe it was a handball, but in any event, Titans will get a free kick. Number 17, Madison Blakely. Sends it goalward, up high. Nice save by the keeper. I think that's the first official shot on goal. As that would have been in, she was able to get up and tip it high enough to make it off the crossbar and then out. And back they come. Knocked down there. Heisel had it go past her and out of play to Lorain. Shania Palmer will throw it in at the midfield stripe. I think she was a little bit too far down the field, but nobody seems overly concerned. Sent ahead. I thought maybe we had an offsides, and we did. I think there were 2 Cornerstone players offside there. Now, Cornerstone's got 3 subs in the box, as the Titans will put it in play with number 12, Madison Barnett. Down the middle, there's Ms. Stop again, and she knocks it down, turned it to Bennett, sends it down the sideline, and nice runner. Now she comes out and picks it up. Grace Arendt with the save. Punts it away with the left foot, but right down the middle to Cornerstone. Laid it off to the wing. Sent down on a roll where Arendt picks up the easy save. And a little bit more on that. Takes a high bounce over Bennett. Knocked down by Sussex, but controlled by Lepage down the sidelines. And then substitutes come in now for Cornerstone. It's their ball, so they can sub. Among them, 25, Abby Premontine, so she's not the elusive number 13 who's not on the roster. Knocked down there by the Titans. Lepage challenges, pushes. Lepage has help in the middle, and Thomas, keeper comes out. She got whacked. Amani Thomas got tied up with the goalkeeper, and Fortunate not get a yellow card for that, although I think it was accidental. But had it not been 8-0, I'm thinking we might have seen a card. Grace Hirschberger, number 14, will put it in play. Sails it out. It's free ball there. Then Blakely runs everybody off for the moment, but back comes Cornerstone. Sent wide and out of play by Shania Palmer, 15, for a Cornerstone throw-in. It's into Riley Stop. She's the playmaker. Sent into the middle and right back out for a corner kick. Stop once again with the left foot will put it in play. She has a goal and has had a hand in about 7 others. She sends it low into the middle, had a runner there, and almost an own goal as the Titan defense sent it wide of the cage, and it'll be a second throw in. Trying to set up number 14, Grace Hirschberger, and she got a foot on it, but then it went off a Titan, and Stop comes out to chase it down, knocked down by the defense, past Boyer, and 23 Santilli goes over and gets it, but out of play to Lorain on the throw-in. Danielle Boyer picks it up. That ball intended for Rivera. Jurkovic cut it off. Thomas at the midfield stripe, taken away from her. And guess where it is? Stop gets it back. And then sent in. Errant on a couple of hops. Stopped at the defense for the moment, and then Cornerstone sends it wide out of play to Lorain. We have played 23 minutes here in the second half. 8-0 Cornerstone on top of Lorain. Throw it into the middle. Emily Rivera comes out of there for a moment with it, off of a Cornerstone player. Sent around. Heisel will chase it down with Stop. Stop wins that battle. Errant comes out. Stop touches it into the corner for her second goal and the 9th of the night for Cornerstone. In the 24th minute. So back we come, 9-0 Cornerstone. We have about 16 minutes to go in this one. Lepage, Blakely high in the air, controlled by Cornerstone. Boyer tries to chip it into a gap, fights for it. Blakely got a toe on it. Still volleyed away. And then sent in. Heisel stops it. They battle. Heisel had a little help from Palmer there. Sends it out wide here to Penna, but taken away there at the defense. And sent back by Riley Stop. Palmer. Taken away from Penna. Rivera has it over to Thomas. Thomas turns, tries to go to work. Off of number 8, Malkamaki, and out of play. Amani Thomas on the throw-in. That's for Sue Lepage. Tried to tee it up and had it run off in the cage. Thomas still working. Thomas with it, had it taken away, and back they come. Palmer goes to chase it down along with Smith gets around it. Sent on up ahead by Heisel to Blakely. Blakely touches it into the middle where it's taken by a defender and sent down the middle. Cornerstone has decided that 9's enough for the first unit, and they've got them all playing defense. One-on-one here, shot, score. Number 19, Clara Elfers, gets her second of the game. And we have played 26 minutes. So that's an even 10 for Cornerstone. Monty Thomas with it in between. Challenge there. That was Malakami, and then sent back. Malkamaki with it again. Knocked past Heisel. Smith tries to turn. Got pressure. Stopped there by Barnett, and she sends it ahead to Blakely. Blakely down the middle. Malkamaki stopped it there, and then sent back in by Hurst. She of the hat trick. Back to midfield. Rivera sent it, but not in. Penna tries to knock it down. It's going to be stopped before it goes wide. Kept in by, and then out of play to Cornerstone. Riley stopped. The captain will throw it in. There's a handball there as the high bounce off the arms of Shania Palmer. And it'll be a free kick at the spot for Cornerstone. Cornerstone got on the board in the first 2 minutes. And from there, it's just been lights out as they now have 10 with about 12 minutes in the game. Malkamaki sends it into the middle, knocked down by Rivera. Blakely sent out wide. 10 is Tedrick, sent goalward, picked up by Arndt, and she's going to punt it away. Good high punt that time, takes a bounce all the way to the defense. Rivera sends it over one defender to another, and Penna knocks it down. Martin and Penna volley for it. Saved into Barnett. Penna stays with it. And out in the middle for Hurst. Blakely tries to send in Lapache. Lapache goes out wide to keep it in play. And she does. Beats a couple, but there's always another one. Sue Lapache with some good work, but no help. Now, running Boyer off is 25, Abby Primentine, but it goes out of play, and it'll go back to Cornerstone. New keeper coming in for Cornerstone. I would think they might want to get her some field time. This might be Primentine, number. Hard to get a number. She's got a penny over her jersey, so we can't see a number. Fought for there. Blakely had it. Smith got it ahead. Back and forth we go here in the midfield, and that's been the problem for Lorain. They haven't been able to get it into the box. Turned right there by Hurst as Lapache made a good run. As the Cornerstone boys head down to the north end of George Daniel to Stretch out. The Lorain gentlemen are at the south end. Done their stretching, and they are sitting in the band bleachers as the ball goes out of play. And it'll be the first corner kick of the night for Lorain. Madison Blakely will take it. She sends it low toward the goal. Hurst knocks it away. Blakely gets it back. She just pops it up in the air. It's free there. And on the run, here comes Malkamaki, taken away from her, but controlled by Tedrick. And then Heisel gets it away. Heisel battling. Knocked out of play. It'll go over to the Titans. Approximately 9 minutes to go in this one. It just fell out of it. So I was going to say, I just saw a red card flutter to the ground, but the official dropped it. Again, it'll go over to Lorain. I couldn't imagine what anybody would have gotten a red card for there. Blakely got it back and sent it goalward. And there goes Lapoche. Let's see who it was off. Hurst will throw it in for Cornerstone. Into the middle over Rivera. Heisel popped it up in the air. Thomas competes for it there. Amani Thomas in the middle of the field. It's 1-on-3 there. Now Blakely right on the Browns helmet. Being run off the ball by Santilli. Blakely still controls, sends it toward Lapoche. Rivera controls. Knocked away there. Barnett had a foot on it for a minute. Santilli back in. Blakely's right there. Back and forth we go. Now it's sent down to the Titan defense. Turned but not out by Palmer. Martin. Nice job there by Smith, and the Titans clear for the moment. Malkamaki sends it back in. Whistle offsides, and it was a number 10, Rory Tedrick, who was anxiously awaiting that pass, and that last couple of hops put her offsides. 10-0 as Barnett puts it in play. Intended for Lapoche, bounced around to Hurst. Knocked down by Lapoche, out of play, and it'll go to Cornerstone. Approximately 6 minutes to play. Volleyed for Blakely right there. Sent in by Lorain. That's Amani Thomas with it. Thomas. Kylie Penna sent wide and out of play. There's that girl again. Riley Stomp has just been on defense since she scored to open the second half. And it finds her wherever she goes. There it is again. Down the sideline. Knocked down there by Palmer. Heisel off of a Cornerstone player and out of play. Lorain will have a throw in. Amani Thomas. Right at stop. Into the middle. In free is Lapoche. Had a chance, but from behind, the defender kicked it out of bounds, and it'll be a Titan corner kick. Nice play on defense from Cornerstone as Lapoche was behind everybody. And in an effort to get her steps straight, it got away from her. And Blakely will put it in play. Cleared everybody. And out comes Cornerstone. This is Heisel at the defense. They've pushed up some. fought for there. Into the middle. Emily Rivera. Kylie Pennant chips it over the defense, and the keeper makes a save. Punted away, and that's a short one. That's going to go wide. I'm not sure if the keeper hurt herself or if she's laughing. I think that's Abby Sussex, 16, who came in for her sister. Tossed in high. Knocked down there. That's Ani Lawrence, 21, on the field for Lorain. Heisel. Blakely. Chipped ahead. Blakely has a shot goalward. It's going to be for a goal kick as it was wide. And we are in the 37th minute. Sussex will put it in play. Substitutes for Cornerstone. 17, Hermela Bennett comes back. Couldn't get the other number. Sussex sends it skyward. Sent right back in by one of the Titans, but that's going to go out of play. Down about the goal line of the football field. Chased down there by Riley Stopp, who does everything else. She might as well do that. Stopp throws it in, knocked down by Rivera, but there's right. Penna, Kylie Penna that was. Out wide, and this one will be way off sides, but no call. Run down there. Still on the attack, Cornerstone sends it into the middle. Grace Arndt comes running out, and I'm not sure what we have here. Maybe we have an offsides here on the backside, as it's going to go over to Lorain. Maybe about 2 minutes left here, as the official will have Grace Arndt put it in play. And she does. Knocked down on the attack by Cornerstone. Volleyed around there. Palmer fought for it, controlled by Cornerstone. Sent goalward. Grace Arndt picks it up. Punts it out of there now. Knocked down by the attacks. Sent ahead, but only white jerseys back there. Martin chips it in. Aaron will come out and field that one. Punts it away. Emily Rivera knocks it down. And back it comes. Barnett headed it out of play over to Cornerstone. Toss in. Goalward, if chipped over to Arndt, who knocks it down and then covers it up and punts it away. Over Lawrence's head and out of play. It'll go over to Lorain. Madison Blakely. Got to be in the waning moments of the second half here. Blakely down the sidelines, chipped right back into the middle of the field. Collision there. Martin had it, taken away there. Blakely with it now against Bennett. Sent in. Lawrence. Lapoche sends it over toward Thomas. Thomas has got Penna on the side here. Chipped away by the defense. Back to Thomas. Spacing. Gets Penna in. Penna's got it on the right foot. Run off by Lawrence. And controlled by out of play there. It'll go back to the Titans. Emily Rivera making the play. Knocked down by Amani Thomas. Titans once again. Thomas to throw in. Blakely down the middle all the way through to the keeper. Picks it up there. Rolls it out. That's going to do it. We've played 80 minutes in Lorain, and Cornerstone Christian, double figures, 10-0 for Lorain. And we'll just keep it here and wrap it up. And this one was Cornerstone all the way from the start, as they scored in the first 2 minutes, and then they just kept scoring. It was 4-0 at the half, and quite honestly, Lorain didn't dent the Cornerstone end of the field much until the late stages of the second half, when the damage had been done. Lorain did have a couple of chances, but was unable to convert, and they're going to drop this non-conference till 10-0. We had a lot of people helping us out up here, some of the guys from Club TV 20, and advisor Terry Trout, and Joseph Vaughn, and Blake. Say it again. Guinness, Blake McCullough here from TV 20. Is Bob still here? Bob Schlenbaker's still here. Terry Trout's here. And for all of them, this is Jay Ferguson reminding everybody it is a great time to be a Titan.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.